Deep breath. Right, deep breath. Firstly, are you okay?
Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, what do you mean, are you okay? You're not going to be able to judge how okay they are from asking that question, are you? It's a ridiculous question. Are you okay? Contrived nonsense. Big smile though, a bit of a cheeky smile. She likes it, doesn't she? She likes it. And this is going to definitely get me the copyright problems as well, I think, because this morning are well hectic on, like, they'll just try and shut this down, but we'll see.
I hope so. Feels very strange indeed.
Feels very strange indeed. Is that subtext? Is that deliberate?
Firstly, are you okay? I hope so. Feels very strange indeed.
She's trying to say it feels very strange, but she doesn't enunciate properly, which is strange for a TV presenter to slip that in, isn't it? Is this some clever, contrived, like, is this... I'm getting the feeling already that Holly, in that inner sanctum, in that sanctuary with Philip, is like, you know, on the wrong edge of being a fucking nutter as well. I just got a real feeling there that she gave us a secret, like, feels very strange, little cheeky one. Psychotic nutter. I'm getting psychotic nutter vibes. Sorry, Holly.
Firstly, are you okay? I hope so. Feels very strange indeed sitting here without Phil. And I imagine that you might have been feeling a lot like I have.
She's reading that word and she went a lot, like, surprised that she's reading that there. I imagine you'd be feeling a lot like I have. Surprised because you're not feeling her like she has, because you're nothing like her out there in TV land. Like, why would you be feeling like her? Bit of surprise there that she read that out. She's reading out the auto cue, isn't she? So I don't know how much of this she's already prepared. She must have prepared it all. There's no way she would sit and read this without prior knowledge of what it says, is there? So it still came as a bit of a surprise to her, though.
Are you okay? I hope so. Feels very strange indeed sitting here without Phil. And I imagine that you might have been
there was like a half squint here.
Feeling a lot like I have.
Bollocks. I'm also thinking how are you okay? This is the position of this, like, they got some woman in to sit next to her, didn't they? There she is at the end. She's with a woman, look, having a big hug. Oh, thanks, mommy. Thanks, mommy. So the way they're picturing it for the nation is that you should feel that this is like your beloved Holly and she's been done wrong and you want to give her a cuddle and mommy her. Like, a lot of the people who watch this morning are ladies and they've brought in a mommy figure for her to mommy her. So that's the attitude they want to, like, put across here. And that's why she's talking in this, like, facile, childish way. And yeah.
Right. Deep.
That's why she's concerned about how you feel. It's because she herself is a bit of a TV mommy as well, isn't she? Oh, are you all right? Are you okay? Like, no one gives a, like, the only fuck they give about how you feel is whether they want you, whether you're going to switch off and, you know, watch something else, whether you're going to keep providing them with, like, eyes.
Breath. Firstly, are you okay?
They don't care about you.
I hope so. Feels very strange indeed sitting here without Phil. And I imagine that you might have been feeling a lot like I have. Shaken, troubled, let down, worried for the well-being of people on all sides of what's been going on, and full of questions. So
you're so lovely that you felt like hurt and sad and you feel let down and you're worried about everyone else, really. And you've got questions because you didn't know anything behind the scenes, completely innocent of any knowledge behind the scenes.
You, me, and all of us at This Morning gave our love and support to someone who was not telling the truth.
Oh, you, me, and everyone else on This Morning, we're all in it together. Phil's the fucking chuffer. Don't tell me I've not been sat there in that inner sanctum with him. Sanctuary, Holly and Phil. It's everyone, it's all of us against Phil. He wasn't telling us the truth. Phil is a bad man. We are all good people. Phil is a bad man.
Us at This Morning gave our love and support to someone who was not telling the truth, who acted in a way that they themselves felt that they had to resign from ITV and step down from a career that they loved.
Who acted in a way that they themselves felt they had to retire is a weird way of describing it. But she's saying he was so bad that even he knew how bad he was and he had to walk. We didn't have to push him. He walked.
Felt that they had to resign from ITV and stepped down from a career that they loved.
And you hear in her voice, when she describes a career that they loved, the same tone. This is incredible, actually. This is kind of cool. I hope you like this shit. I do it. Her name is... What was her name? Theresa May. Resignation speech. The country that I love.
Our politics may be under strain, but there is so much that is good about this country. So much to be proud of. So much to be optimistic about. I will shortly leave the job that it has been the honour of my life to hold. The second female Prime Minister, but certainly not the last. I do so with no ill will, but with enormous and enduring gratitude to have had the opportunity to serve the country I love.
See, her voice breaks there. It's making me feel emotional. You know, it's depressing. It's making me feel emotional. I'm not going to get too political over it, but like, she got stabbed in the back as well, didn't she? Like, she got stabbed in the back. So Holly Willoughby here, there is actually a tearing up in her eyes. I perceive, like a welling up in her eyes. I'm actually perceiving stilled emotion, like, you know, held back, and it's like that sort of emotion that I felt from Theresa May about being forced from office. So I feel that she's been threatened with, you could lose like, seen Phil got his head on the chop. Phil's gone. Yeah. So when she mentions this loss of the job and his position and that's what she's scared of. And he's made, like, Theresa May was crying when it was actually happening. Is it nearly happening? Is she on the verge of it? Is she scared of it? What's going on? But I don't think those were tears for Phil. I think they were maybe more for herself. This is my opinion.
To someone who was not telling the truth, who acted in a way that they themselves felt that they had to resign from ITV and step down from a career that they loved. That is a lot to process. And it's equally hard to see the toll that it's taken on their own mental health.
Their own mental health. She's talking about Philip again, but the wording of it, their own, like my own, their own, interesting. You know, it feels like she's saying that this is about her as well in a way. It feels like she's going through a similar set of emotions, worried, you know, the strain of it all. But she's not being threatened with losing her job, is she? Is she?
And step down from a career that they loved. That is a lot to process. And it's equally hard to see the toll that it's taken on their own mental health. I think what unites us all now...
Big breath in and a smile.
...on their own mental health.
Big breath in and a smile. Probably says that in the script. Probably says, smile now. You know, you've done the serious bit. Now it's time to, you know...
I think what unites...
Present a face.
It's us all now.
What unites us all now. Like, it doesn't... You're talking to the audience who think that noncery is going on at the ITV. And you're telling them that we're all united. We're all... Obviously, Phil's bad. But ITV and Giles and everyone else, and we're all good. You know, it unites us all. What do you mean it unites us all? We just watch the telly sometimes. I don't watch This Morning a lot. I'm not like in their fan club. But even if you watch it a lot, like you just watch the telly, like you're not united with Holly and it's that woman that gives her the hug at the end. Like, what are you on about?
On their own mental health. I think what unites us all now is a desire to heal for the health and well-being of everyone. I hope that as we start this new chapter and get back to a place of warmth and magic that this show holds for all of us.
So that's what it's about then. This show cannot fail and fall apart. We must go back to warmth and magic. You are not to have feelings and thoughts. Like they're not, all that nonsense stuff's not to come up. This is a safe space where we have lovely Teletubby time and you enjoy it. And Alison has a laugh and eats your chocolates. This is Teletubby time. Go back in your fucking box and go back to being happy and go lucky and like go back in your box. Stop telling us about nonsense on our telly show and shut up. Gino is going to cook you an omelette. Gino De Campo is going to make you an omelette. So shut up. Ainsley's coming to sedate you. So shut up. I don't want to hear about this stuff anymore. The producers don't want to hear about it anymore. We're not doing it anymore. Nonskate is over as far as this show is concerned. Holly's just told you to get back in your box.
We can find strength in each other. And from my heart, can I just say thank you for all of your kind messages and thank you for being here this morning. Myself, Josie, Dermot, Alison, Craig, and every single person that works on this show will continue to work hard every single day to bring you this show that we love. So,
the way she referred to everyone else, the tears are almost in her eyes, but they haven't dropped. So she's getting emotional when she was talking about that job earlier, and she's managed to hold that. Like, it's not that it's spilled out. Fucking thing on there. But the way she refers to everyone else doesn't quite get everyone's name right, but doesn't look at them either. She's sticking strongly to the auto cue while she's feeding this emotion, and it says to me she wants to leave. She doesn't want to do this. She doesn't want to make this statement. She wants to leave, but maybe has been threatened with, you will never work in telly again. Like, maybe there's some things behind the scenes that they can throw at her that she can't have coming out. I don't know. But the way she talks about all them, like, these are all these other people, they're going to do the telly for you. Don't worry, this morning will go on, Alison will do it. I'm off. Like, that's my feeling from this, my opinion only. But
we'll continue to work hard every single day to bring... And from my heart, can I just say thank you for all of your kind messages and thank you for being here this morning. Myself, Josie, Dermot, Alison, Craig, and every single person that works on this show will continue to work hard every single day to bring you this show that we love. So on that note, Josie...
And she turns to Josie as if to say, right, on that note, Josie, like, take it away and I'll be off. Like, she really doesn't want to be there.
Come here, you, bring it in, bring it in.
And she gets the big, like, this is obviously scripted and planned. On that note, Josie, it's time to give me a hug. And again, I think this is contrived to make it look like mommy and, you know, this morning is your mommy and don't worry about that bad Philip and you should feel sad for Holly and she's lovely and you love her.
Thank you. Right. Thank you. I need a Josie cuddle. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All we can do now is be the family that we are.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Exactly. The family that we are. Some woman that's been shoehorned into today's episode to make her look like the family that we are. And I'm the mommy. And, like, you know, that's exactly what I was just saying. The family. Like, you're not a family. You're just some woman that works in the telly. And she's just sat next to you. You're not a family. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. So this is the Holly Willoughby collateral damage segment, damage control segment, and to train those at home that are trained well enough, then they will understand that the show must go on. As someone said in chat, we are still going to continue because we are a lovely family. That is my mommy. Don't you stay away from my lovely Holly, whom I protect. But Holly herself is pretty. She looks like the victim of some sort of abuse. I'm joking, but, like, you know, she looks almost scared, like she wants to leave. And she brought up the concept that your entire career might be in shatters. So I worry about what they've got on her, what went on behind the scenes, about what Philip said in that sanctuary, and the reasons she can leave or can't leave, and, you know, where she would go and what she would do, what they've said to her, why she was reading this contrived statement. And because she'd been silent for a long time, and then this was the big response, wasn't it? And then the big hug at the end seemed like pantomime. It looks almost like the start of a pornography film rather than a real hug that someone wants to have.
Oh.
I mean, look at this woman's face as well.
Thank you. Thank
Like, she's almost laughing about it.
Thank
Come here, you, bring it in, bring it in.
Big hug segment.
Thank you. Right. Thank you. I need a Josie cuddle. Oh. Thank you.
Ah, you need a big
Thank you.
cuddle.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All we can do now is be the family that we are.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Exactly, exactly. And then on with the show. Weird. Really weird. Didn't like that at all. The country that I love. When she turned around there, you can still see the marks in her coat where the knives went in.